This is one of those stories that makes me so uncomfortable. Good afternoon. So, like I said, this story makes me so uncomfortable. I uh, I don't know what to do. Like this is where it's important to just tell the story and then go over it. So let's get into it. Ready? Okay, here we go. It says this was a story off of I've got it off the Daily Dot, but it's going around everywhere. It's viral. It says had I not had a Ring camera, TikToker says she caught a real estate agent showing her house even though it wasn't for sale. And the first thing I think is, oh my gosh, um, this is wrong. Like, how could this man possibly do this? And I just say it's a man because I can see it in the thing. Um, I've put the uh, I've put the links to the TikTok videos that she did in the description, so that you can see them. I'm not going to show them to you because I don't know if I'm going to get dinged for copyright or something like that. So I'm not going to. But I got them down at the bottom, and it's just unbelievable. So we go through the story. It says a TikToker says a real estate agent showed her a house even though it wasn't for sale. The incident, she says, was caught on her Ring camera, and she shared the footage to TikTok. So not only has this agent made a terrible, terrible, terrible mistake, I mean, really bad, it's now on TikTok, so everyone can see it. In the video, the apparent real estate agent walks up to the door and rings the doorbell before waiting for his clients. No one is home, as the TikToker says she and her husband were at work and her son at school. This is totally normal as a real estate agent. You go to houses, you don't expect people to be there. Actually, when sellers are at the house, it kind of irritates you. And then she's quoted saying, "I'm thinking there may be some religious group or salesman. I'm not sure at this point." And then it says, when the clients arrive, they walk over to the side of the house. The homeowner then sets off the alarm, causing them to return to the front of the house. The realtor, however, enters the home through the back door to let the clients in through the front. Now, mind you, my dog is home. Apparently not a very good guard dog, but she's home, the homeowner says. She says they then entered the home and looked around for about 20 minutes before leaving. So this agent has no idea what's wrong. He goes and he shows this house, and you just go through a regular showing. And she writes, "Had I not had a Ring camera, I would have known this happened at all." In a follow-up video, the TikToker shows police arriving via Ring camera footage just as the realtor and clients are backing out of the driveway, which I'm telling you, it just, as an agent, that just makes me cringe. The TikToker says she called the police as soon as they entered the house and left work to head home. The police enter the home to make sure nothing's stolen, and the realtor enters the home again to apologize. "I don't believe they were casing my house or trying to sell my house out from under me. He did seem sincere." And then it says, according to the homeowner, the real estate agent said he was supposed to be showing the home next door and it was an accident. He also said that the neighbor told him to enter through the back door as homeowners would not be home. And that's where it got weird. I mean, the chances of two houses with the back door being open and the same right next to each other, I mean, just 1 in a million. So it says, I don't know how these people wouldn't have noticed that it didn't look like the photo, she says in another follow-up video. And I've got something for that when we go through it. She also claims that the police said there wasn't much that could be done, and she agreed that charges weren't necessary as they believe it to be an accident. However, the homeowner says she may contact the Real Estate Licensing Bureau to inform them of the incident. And so I've got for you, like, here's the lady's profile page, okay? These are the stories. 18 million views on the first one, 3.3 million views, 2.2 million views on a follow-up, and 1.2 million views on the last one. And I mean, I've got it for you. I don't want to play it. It's so cringe. It's so cringe. So I have some thoughts. I wanted to go over them with you. Let's do that. So, gosh, there's so much wrong with this story, but at the same time, I think it's so possible that it really happened. So, TikTok, sometimes there's things that you see and they're kind of fake looking. I don't think this was fake. This is so bad. And I mean bad as in embarrassing. The key to me is in one of the videos, she said that the neighbor, who's the house agent was supposed to show him, told him that the door would be unlocked. And so, if you're an agent, like what happens usually is I'll call the listing agent and I'll say, I'd like to show this house. And they say, when? And I say, this particular time. And they say, okay, here's the lockbox code, or here's the, it's on Supra. Just go ahead. But I've had people tell me like there's a key underneath the mat. Now I've had that happen in my own career. It seems weird, but okay. So now, if, I mean, it's just one of those things. So he would not, if somebody had told him that this was the case, he would not have been surprised to go do it. It's not outside of the realm of possibility. So the agent goes to the front door. There's no sign in the yard, and that's something. There are some neighborhoods that say you can't put up a for sale sign, which I think can lead to something like this happening. And maybe there's no sign in the actual house he's supposed to be showing either. But he doesn't notice the address, and that's key. In the video, the woman says that the houses look similar, but there are differences with the driveway, the garage, and the color. Now, I'm pretty frugal, so I wouldn't likely notice the color difference because I only print in black and white. So that really wouldn't have done anything for me. And this is so embarrassing. The agent had said he'd been working for 27 years and this had never happened, and so I believe him. I'm uncomfortable even relaying the story. I mean, it just gets me. You might be asking, John, have you ever done such a thing? No, thank God. One time I was going to a listing appointment with a friend, and we went up to the house, rang the doorbell, and stood on the front porch for about 5 minutes before we realized that we were at the wrong house. It was the house next door. The houses look super similar, and all worked out okay. I mean, we didn't go in or anything like that. And we do have embarrassing things happen all the time during showings. One of the more embarrassing one is you'll have a fellow that, or a husband or a wife that works the night shift, and you're showing the house during the day, and the agent doesn't tell you that they'll be sleeping in their bedroom, and you literally, you walk through the house with your buyers, you open the bedroom to look in the bedroom, and there's people sleeping in there. It freaks you out every time. And you say, well, you can avoid that by shouting realtor when you walk in. But I've done that before. I've said realtor, realtor, and no one says a word. And then here these people are in the bedroom. It's weird, and it happens. Just this past weekend, I went to a house that was listed for sale over in University City, and the house next to it was also listed for sale. I took a look at the signs, then I looked at my sheet, and I went to the house with the listing company that had the sheet that I was looking at. At the time, I didn't think anything of it, but now I'm like, oh my God, what if I would have done this? Some people are commenting on the TikTok that they are also agents and they would never do something so stupid because there's a lockbox at every listing, and that's a little too simplistic. As an example, I look at the two houses that were both for sale that I went to this weekend. They both had supers on the door. Super is a lockbox that we have. We can use our phones, or you can use a fob to get in. I could have easily shown the house that was in pending status. This is why in my brokerage, we always remove the super lockbox after a house has gone pending, and I don't put one on until the house is actually active and ready for sale. Is it a hassle sometimes? Yes. Does it prevent something like this from happening on one of my listings? Absolutely. I will say that I did learn this the hard way after an agent in St. Louis went through one of my listings on super after it was under contract. And when I complained to the board, it would have been more trouble than it was worth to file the formal complaint. So after that, I was like, look, if people are just going to randomly come in because I've got a Supra on the door, we'll just get rid of the Supra when it's not listed, or when it's listed, but when it's under contract. People are saying that the owner should press charges and that she should report the agent to the board. I think that's pretty harsh. Did he make a mistake? There's no question. Was it out of malice? I mean, was he intentionally trying to break in this woman's house? Absolutely not. And an interesting side note on this video. So I think it's code of ethics. I can't remember for sure, or tradition. But if you as an agent go to a house and there isn't a sign-in sheet or anything, you're supposed to leave your business card so that the owner knows that you walked through. We've gotten away from that now with Supras. But if this fellow was old school, he would likely have put his card on the kitchen countertop. So when she says she would never have known, she would have known because there would have been a card on the countertop from a real estate agent. Now, would she have been able to put two and two together and figure out that that's why the card was there and it wasn't like just her husband bringing home a card or something like that? Probably not, but there is a reason why we're supposed to put our cards out. The tradition is kind of messed up though, as I've had buyers call me when I leave the card, or actually sellers call me when I leave the card and ask me if I wanted what I wanted, like why is your card here, or if I wanted to list the house because the agent they have is no good. I've politely declined those offers out of respect for the other agents. So, I mean, even that, it's not really foolproof to just leave your card. If you're the agent, gosh, you're in a tough spot. In the video, he goes in to personally apologize to the homeowner, which I thought took guts. I thought this was a stand-up thing to do. The video has 18 million views since March 3rd, so it's just blowing up. I think the description the woman used helped contribute to the virality of the video. She wrote, "Realtor showed my house even though it wasn't for sale." Instantly, I click on it because I want to see how that could have happened, and now we know. I always get nervous when I have to show houses with an alarm system. There's like a million different keypads, and my greatest fear is that I'm going to set off the alarm by accident, and the police are going to come, and I'm going to have to prove somehow that I'm a real estate agent. It would be so embarrassing. Seeing what this agent goes through just makes me super uncomfortable, like I'm jinxing myself. Like this could happen to me because I watched this video. If you see me on TikTok down the road, then it actually happened. And so that's that. Wow. Watch the video. It's totally cringe. Um, I, I, it's bad. It just makes me feel terrible, for that agent. I feel so sorry for him. Now you may say, John, you're biased. Look at how terrible of a thing this is. And I get it. I get it. I understand how you would think that. But I'm just telling you from my perspective, I don't want to make that mistake. And I feel sorry for the fellow that did. Okay. And so with that, I'm going to head on out, but, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and I'll catch you on the next one.